What's up, beautiful people? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Crystal and this is Bond Book Reviews, and as you can tell by the time of the month and the title, it is time for Pickpong. Now I am pre-filming this intro a little early because I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot of filming with the baby being the way she is at the moment, but she's down for a sleep, so I'm getting this filmed ready. But we are going to be diving into October's TBR. Now, if you haven't seen already, I am going to be a co-host for a readathon in October. I am Camp Haddonfield. I'll have the announcement video linked down below, but I am being part of the Camp Crystal Lake readathon. So I have to try and fit a lot of spooky reads onto my October TBR. I also have a couple of buddy reads that I'm being a part of that I need to fit onto here. And I also do have some books that publishers have sent me that are coming out in October that I need to read. So let's go through my obligation reads first, and then we will dive on into the throws. So my first obligation read is Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. I need to read this to continue the read along that is happening, hosted by Sarah Shelves, which is we're reading the entire series, and then we do a movie watch along at the end of the month. So this is the book we're up to for October. I am also doing a buddy read for the Mindfuck series, and we need to continue the next book in the series, which is this one, with a couple of people that I met through my Pickpongathon Discord. So that is the one I also need to read in October. And I think that's all my obligation reads, if I recall correctly. Oh, obviously, Camp Haddonfield's team book, which is My Best Friend's Exorcism, is another one I need to fit on here. And then I have my two books that are my forgotten arcs that I have randomly chosen. So I will play that footage now so you can see what those two are. And so I already have 6 books on this TBR that are obligation reads for me to read for the month of October, and I haven't even done my throws yet. So wish me luck, because I also need to somehow complete all 5 prompts for Team Haddonfield for Camp Crystal Lake and finish all of these obligation reads and hopefully make them fit prompts. And I stupidly was like, oh, I'll just make prompts like that are cool rather than making prompts that are going to help me fit my obligation reads on. So wish me luck. Let's go play. Okay guys, so it is many days later, but this is how it happens. Time for the throws. Now, as I have mentioned, I am participating in the readathon with Barb from Barb's Bookland. I will have the announcement video of my co-host team linked in the cards and down below as well. So I'm trying to get as many of the reads that I plan to read for that linked in here. I will also be releasing a video that is announcing some potentials, so like some recommendations for the prompts on my team. So keep an eye out for that. It'll either be out already and I'll have it linked in the cards, or it will be coming out in a couple of days. So just keep an eye out. It's either out or will be coming out shortly. Let's dive on into the throws. I've got the cup already set up, prompts are on the bottom, and I am going to be taking a punishment to start with because I will not be completing my Pickpong reads. It is currently the second last week of the month, and I have still got 3 more reads to read, and they are all physical books, which have not been happening a lot with this little one. So I'm going to take a punishment because I'm going to assume I'm not going to get them finished. If I happen to get them finished, then I will just carry a reward over for the following month. Instead of a punishment, I'll have one in my back pocket. So let's figure out what my punishment is. Okay, so it is blind throw. Now, if you've been around before, you know how badly this goes. I don't believe I've done a blind throw while carrying a baby yet, so double handicap. I don't have a blindfold, so I'm just gonna close my eyes and you guys are gonna trust that I am not cheating because there's no fun in that anyways. So let's get started. Now, I also need to do a blind pick or pick a book in the dark for the Crystal Lake Readathon, which is one of my prompts. So what I'm going to do is, once I've played Pickpong, I'll pick 3 books that are on my Pickpong TBR and 3 that aren't, and do my blind pick with that and hope that I get one that's on my TBR, rather than doing it beforehand and then trying to fit that one on my Pickpong TBR. So throw number 1. Oh, I'm really handicapped because this goes over my shoulder, so I can't lift high enough, but that's fine, we'll do it. Okay, blind throw. I think that went in by the sounds of it. It did. Prompt number 1 is letter. So we need to do a random letter generator, and then the book or the author has to start with that title. Alexa, pick a letter between A and Z.
Is a number between 1 and 2. It's 1.
I think my Alexa is broken. Alexa, pick a letter of the alphabet.
Here is a letter. M.
Okay, I think she said M. It sounded like M or N. I'm going to go with M. And for this, I am going to go with my 5-star prediction, as well as my buddy read, which is My Best Friend's Exorcism. I am going to be listening to this on Audible, because if you are on Team Haddonfield and you want to do the buddy read to gain your bonus points and you have Audible, you can get that for free on the included membership thing. So that's what I'm going to do for my first prompt. And we're going to replace that prompt with POC. Prompt number 2, and I can now open my eyes because that punishment has been null and voided because I got a scissors throw. Prompt number 2 is 4+ star. So this is any book that has a 4+ star rating on Goodreads. And for this one, I am going to pick All the Lies, which is the next book in the series for the Mindbucks series that I'm doing a read along with a couple of people from my Discord on. So that will be what I'm doing. I think it's got a 4.6 or 4.5. And we will replace that prompt with disability rep. And I just realized that the 4+ stars had a punishment on it. So now I have to find out what punishment we're going to be doing. Okay, so it is step back. So I just have to step back further to make it a little bit more difficult to myself, if there's enough room with a bookshelf here. Okay, we are going for book number 3. Oh, I'm using the opposite arm. That's not what I want to do. Damn it, we have our first miss. Okay. So, prompt number 3 is pet pick. And she's woken up at just the right time because I don't have a pet at the moment. I was planning on using a friend's pet for this, but I actually got Addie to help me pick a book the other day when she was in bed with me. So I might use baby pick instead of pet pick. So I'll just insert the footage of what she helped me pick. Okay, Bubba girl, you're gonna help me pick a book. Are you ready? All right. Should we read adult or YA? YA. Okay. Should we read fantasy or contemporary? Oh, I don't know. You looked at both then. No, we're leaning towards contemporary. All right, contemporary. So we want a YA contemporary. Should we read something with a male or a female protagonist? Male. Are you going to look anywhere that isn't his right hand? And will Mummy have 1 week or 2 weeks to read the book? 1 week? 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Okay, thank you for being very generous. Thank you for helping me pick a book. Oh, you're just looking over that way because the camera's over that way, isn't it? Yeah. For this one, I'm going to go with a book that has been on my TBR before, which is Anything But Fine by Tobias Madden. This is a YA LGBTQ contemporary about a dancer. So that's what I'm going to add. And we will replace that prompt with series continuation. I definitely have a lot of those. Okay, we're going for book number 4. And we get miss number 2. Let's try again. Miss number 3. I know this was going too good to be true. Oh, come on. That was so close. So that's miss number 4. Damn it. That's miss number 5, which means we have 6 books now on our TBR. I'm going to go try and gather up all these balls. Oh, I did leg day. This is not comfortable with the baby. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. You ready? We've got one more squat. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh crap. Don't drop the baby. Cool. Try again for book number 4. I'll take it. Okay, so we've landed in this back cup here. And the prompt is second chance, which means that I need to give a book that was on a previous TBR or an author that I have previously DNF'd a second chance, and it has a punishment on it. It was going so well. I was getting so many of the books I needed to on this TBR. You know what? My getting my rules, I'm going to twist this a little bit, and you guys are probably not going to like it, but I'm going to do it anyways. So when I read the Twilight series many, many moons ago, I was not a fan of the third book in the series, which is Eclipse. It was my least favorite. So I'm rereading it for the read along, and I'm thinking I'm going to be giving it a second chance for me to like it this time. I'm counting it. First we'll replace the prompt and then we'll get my punishment. So we are replacing the prompt with pole pick, and my punishment is +1 miss, which is not what I need right now. Okay, let's go for book number 5. And I think that's the same cut we've been in before. Prompt number 5 is series continuation. And I have to try and remember which prompt was in this one. I think it was the second prompt I hit. Hold on. That works out perfectly fine because the prompt that was there originally was the 4+ stars on Goodreads, and All Your Lies is a series continuation anyways. So I'm combining those prompts, but I am still completing this prompt, if that makes sense. Because if I get in the same cup twice, then I combine the 2 prompts and only have to read 1 book. So because it's a series continuation, the book I'd already chosen works, so I don't need to change my book at all. It's just staying in the original choice. This combines with it and I complete it, and now I'm going to mix up all the cups. First, we will replace the prompt with oldest published. I swear I got rid of this prompt last month. You know what? I'm just going to throw that away now because I swear I get rid of it every month and it keeps showing up. First in a series. So this is for our 6th and hopefully final book. Did you see that? Spun right in. And our prompt for our fun book is map. So a book that has a map in it. Let's see if I can get any of the remaining books that I need to get on this TBR with this prompt. And of course, the 2 remaining books that I want to get on here, I don't have physical copies of, so I can't check if they have a map or not. It's White Ivy, which is a thriller, so I'm gonna guess it probably doesn't, and No Gods, No Monsters. Potentially there's a map in No Gods, No Monsters, but I don't think so. But if anyone has a physical copy and there is a map inside it, please let me know, because I will substitute that in instead of the book that I'm gonna choose. But considering that it isn't there, let me find another map that goes with the book that I need to read. Another map that can also hit a prompt for what I was going to use No God, No Monsters for in the readathon, because I need to read No God, No Monsters anyways, because it was one of those random arc choices that was chosen. But if I can find another book that will hit the prompt for the readathon, I'll still get the points even if I don't complete Pickpong, if that makes sense. It's making sense in my head. So, book with a map that hits that prompt. Let me see. No Gods, No Monsters I was picking because it had orange on the cover, which is the Halloween colours. So let me see if I can find a small, simple, easy, quick read that has those colours on the front. I think I'm going to have to go with The Year of the Witching. It's got red on the cover, which I would consider a Halloween-y colour, like reds and oranges. I like the fall colours. So I'm going to go with The Year of the Witching because it's spooky and that's the kind of vibe we're going for during this readathon. So subbing out No Gods, No Monsters for this kind of works out well. I still have to read both, but at least this adds something in that's of a similar vibe. Oh, I'm a dickhead, it doesn't have a map. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to go with City of Brass. It has like yellowy browny colors on the front. I don't know if you would classify those as Halloween-y colors, but I would if someone asked me as the host if I would count it. So City of Brass has Halloween-y colors and it does have a map. So that is what I'm going to pick for my fun book. So these are the physical books that I need to read for Pickpong in the month of October. I also have the 2 ebooks that I have to read, so a total of 5 books. And then I also have to do No God, No Monsters as well as White Ivy, because they were the two random choices that came out when I did my ARC draw, and neither of them are on my TBR that I have been able to get on. So that means I have to do a total of 8 books for Pickpong in order to pass. Now, if I don't finish the 2 mandatory drawn ARC reads, I don't pass at all. If I finish both of them, then I can not finish one of the others and still pass. That's the rule that I'm giving myself. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, guys, have a great weekend and happy reading. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of this cute face.